Certainly a complex issue for sure as it continues. Stetson Miller joining us live at 5 from Washington. Thank you so much.
Live at 5, people who are homeless in Atlanta say they are being pushed out by city leaders. Those who are unhoused living in the old Fourth Ward say city officials placed closure notices on their encampment. They fear that closure could leave them with nowhere to go. Atlanta News First reporter Adam Murphy is live at 5 from the encampment on Old Wheat Street. And Adam, when do we know when people have to leave that area?
Tracy, the city said they intend to clean up this encampment early Thursday morning at 7:30, and they've even placed this sign right here. And as you can see, it says that everyone will need to be out by July 10th.
Justice for Cornelius Taylor. Justice for Cornelius Taylor.
The Justice for Cornelius Taylor Coalition voiced their opposition on the steps of City Hall on Monday. The group is outraged by the city of Atlanta's sudden decision to post closure notices at the Old Wheat Street homeless encampment.
Right after we had turned in a plan to not only house but provide wraparound services, the city not only did not respond to that plan, they put up eviction signs saying everybody got to be out by the 10th.
This move comes just 6 months after Cornelius Taylor was run over and killed by a bulldozer during an earlier attempted cleanup of the encampment.
They killed my baby.
Taylor's fiancée, Lolita Griffith, spoke out about the proposed closure of the encampment and said many of the residents there have been left behind.
I'm hurting because I thought that after all of this, that we would have a place to call home.
We've secured for Old Wheat Street, we've secured housing units for every person who is a resident of Old Wheat Street.
Meanwhile, city officials held a virtual news briefing earlier in the day and said they have invested $60 million to resolving homelessness citywide, and they will be housing all 14 people currently living at the encampment.
We'll begin to make housing placements this week over the next several days, so most folks will be able to move in prior to the closure, and will hopefully not even need to be on site during the actual closing activity.
I know they just had a press conference and said they got a bunch of residents involved, but we have some right now that say that they haven't heard from anybody.
The number out there is 28. They're going to quote 14. So that way, when we house 14, which just so happens to be the number of rooms they have over at Welcome House, when we house 14, then we can say we have housed 100% of the people on Old Wheat Street. The numbers do not withstand scrutiny.
Now, the city said the new units that they have secured for the people living out here will include air conditioning, linens, cleaning supplies, hygiene kits, and kitchenette tools. Now, this is obviously a developing story. There's that discrepancy about how many people are being cared for out here. We'll continue to monitor this and report it as the info develops. We're live here on Old Wheat Street in Atlanta. Adam Murphy, Atlanta News First.